Hi, I'm Jeffrey from the Master Life, and today I'm going to make coq au vin because today is National Coq au Vin Day. Coq au vin translates to roasted chicken in wine sauce. Okay, so you get 3 pounds of chicken thighs and you put them in a bowl and you get 2.5 teaspoons of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, and you coat it real well. And then you pour 3 cups of wine on the chicken, and it needs to be Burgundy wine because that's the traditional French wine that you are supposed to use. This is a French dish. Okay, and then you get a teaspoon of fresh thyme, you get a bay leaf, and you put them in there and you let it marinate overnight. It's better than marinating it for a couple hours. You need to do it overnight. And after you do that, you get bacon and you cook it in a skillet until you brown the bacon, and you can coat the skillet, bottom of the skillet, with oil. And you scoop the bacon out of the skillet where it's brown and crispy. And then the next day, you get your chicken out of the bowl, and you're going to want to take it out of the bowl. And you're going to want to get some paper towels, and you're going to want to pat the chicken dry. When you pat the chicken dry, it's easier to brown the chicken because you want to go after a nice golden brown color. It's called the Maillard reaction. So you get your skillet hot with your bacon grease, and after it's hot, you add the chicken. And you want to hear a nice sizzle when you add it. That's how you know it's hot enough. And you want to cook it for 2 to 3 minutes till it's golden brown on each side. After it's golden brown on each side, you take it out and let it drain on a paper towel. Okay, now after the chicken is browned, it'll have a nice color like this right here where it's nice and brown. After that, set it on a plate to let the excess grease drain off. And now I forgot to tell you, but the marinade that you marinated the chicken in, keep that, because we're going to make a sauce with that. Okay, so after that, you need 1 whole onion and 1 large carrot. You want it diced. And after you have it diced, just put them in the same pot that your grease was in. Let it sizzle. You want to gently brown these. Adjust your heat if you need to so it doesn't burn. And then you want to add half of the mushrooms that you needed. It's just a container of mushrooms you can buy at the grocery store. Put half of them in. And then you want to salt and season to taste. It's just a preference. So if you like it salty, salt it a lot. But I don't like a lot of stuff very salty, so I don't salt very much. I just salt a little bit as needed. Then you want to cook these until they're golden brown. About 7 to 8 minutes, they should be golden brown. You want them just where they're tender and nice. Okay, after your veggies are browned, you are going to add 1 teaspoon of tomato paste, Then you're going to add 2 cloves of garlic, minced nicely. And then you're going to cook this for about a minute. Stir it in real nice. Cook it for a minute. Okay, this next part is where it gets kind of dangerous. A lot of people don't like to do this, but I love it because I love fire. It scares a lot of people, but you don't have to do what I'm about to do. You can just add it to it and let it cook slowly. But the way I do it, it burns the alcohol off really fast, where you don't have to sit and wait and babysit it. Okay, so after the tomato paste has been in there for a minute, you add a tablespoon of flour, stir it in real nice, and you want to cut your heat off completely. You don't want any heat. Okay, then after that, you want to push all your veggies to the side, and you want to get 2 tablespoons of brandy. Pour the brandy in. Get a striker and light the brandy on fire. You can't see this? Or yeah, you can. There you go. The brandy's on fire. You just let it cook nicely. It's going to take a couple minutes to cook off. And you want to cook this for about 12 minutes. Okay, see, the brandy's already cooked off, so it's good. Okay, now the reserve marinade that you had from earlier, you want to dump that back in real slowly after you make sure all the fire is out, because this wine is flammable. So pour your wine marinade back here. Then you want to let this simmer for 12 minutes, where you'll have at least 1.5 cups of juice. Okay, so after it has been reduced, you are going to get your chicken, and you're going to add your chicken back to this. You're going to put all your chicken in there nice and evenly around the pot. Then you're going to add any of the juices that dripped off of the chicken back to the pot. And then after you do all that, you're going to add your bacon back to it. Okay. So I have all the chicken added back to the pot. And now, I'm going to add the bacon. Stir it around a little. Get everything in the juice to where it'll cook evenly. Okay. Well, then after you do that, you're going to cover it. And you're going to let it cook for an hour. And about halfway through, you're going to flip everything. I'll see you then. Okay. So get you a new skillet. Put you a tablespoon of butter and 2 tablespoons of olive oil in there. And get a bag of pearl onions, an 8-ounce bag. Add to your skillet. And you just want to cook them for about 15 minutes until they're brown and they caramelize real good and nice. And then after you do that, you add your mushrooms and saute them for a couple minutes. And that's... Okay, so in the same skillet you were using to cook the onions and the mushrooms, you want to get you a towel. You want to wipe the skillet really good. Get it to where it's real clean. You want to put it back down. You're going to turn your heat on. You want to add a tablespoon of olive oil. And 2 tablespoons of butter. Swirl it around real nice. Get it nice and melted. Okay, after you get it nice and melted and get it where it's bubbling, you want to turn your heat down a little. And you want to add your slices of bread. And you just want to cook them until they're golden brown and nice and toasty. Okay, since the croutons are done, everything's ready. I'm going to show you how to plate it now. Look at all that right there. Okay. So what you want to do first is you want to get your onions and mushrooms that you made and you separated them out. You want to dump them in with the sauce. Okay. And you want to stir it in real good. Get it nice. Okay. First step to plating it is, you want to get you a thigh. Nice and juicy. You're going to put it in the center of the plate. Then all the mushrooms and onions you just put in there, you want to get them. Strain a little bit of the juice off. You want to pour them over the top. Real nice. I'm going to get 2 extra hungry. Extra big portions. Okay, and then you're going to get one of your croutons. You're going to dip it in there. Stir it around, let the juice soak in. Then the parsley, you're going to get some parsley and chop it up real fine. And you want to sprinkle it over the crouton. Then you set the crouton right on top. Then grab a little bit more parsley and give it a little spritz. And there you go. Okay. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, so the Coco Bond is done, and now we're going to taste test it to see if it's any good.
Coco Bond smells very good.
Try to get a bite of all of it.
Yep.
A little bit of chicken. Mushroom.
Skin.
Onion.
Oh, the carrots are good.
Onion. Chicken skin, onion.
That is so good.
I'll be the commentary.
Carrot.
I'll answer
Don't
questions.
forget a bite of your crouton.
But come back for the carrot and mushroom.
That is good. That's really good. You could do this at home. It's real easy. A lot of people are scared about making classical French cuisine, but it's not that hard. Anyone can do this. What do you think, Josh?
That's really good. And I don't really care for onions. Of course, pearl onions are probably the best onion there is. Yeah, it's really good.
I would eat this again.
Definitely.
Very, very tasty. You did good, Jeff.
Let me
Thank
try
you.
this bread.
Oh, the croutons are
Yeah.
amazing.
Croutons are really good.
Especially if you dip it in the wine sauce. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that wine sauce is amazing.
That sauce.
It made this dish. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And be sure to hit the little bell button right there where you can get all the notifications of when we upload content. Thanks. See y'all.
Bye.